if you are a guest, okay, I'll get a little bit. Okay, if you're a guest, please rename yourself as G to clarify as guest, and also your name. For example, guest slash John or guest slash Shauki. Third is, of course, if you can, please turn on your camera so that everyone here can see all of your beautiful faces. And we will really, really appreciate it for you guys to turning on the camera, because we want to see all of you guys, all of the expression, all of the smiles, and of course, all of your beautiful faces. Fourth, if it's not your turn to speak, please mute your microphone. But if it's already your turn to speak, please unmute your microphone. Fifth is, of course, be fully present and have fun. What better ways to learn something, but also have fun at the same time? So, learning and also have fun equals what? Can anybody answer that? Learning plus fun equals?
Knowledge.
Honestly, I have no idea what is the answer. So, okay, that is all for me. Thank you so much for listening. And I would like to give the control back to our president. And yeah, back to you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shoki. So to answer that, I would need to open this meeting by knocking this gavel once. So I would like to ask your participation in unmuting yourself, and please repeat after me. Happy morning.
Happy
Morning, happy.
morning.
morning.
Happy morning.
Happy morning. Thank you very much for your spirit and your euphonious voices. And for those of you who are being first timer in our meeting, SCBD Toastmasters, maybe you are wondering, why morning? Because it's evening here in Jakarta. Well, basically, happy morning is sort of the spirit that we always implement in our activities. As if that when we wake up in the morning, obviously you want to have a fresh spirit, fresh mind to start your day with. And that is exactly the same spirit that we would like to implement and uphold in SCBD Toastmasters. My name is Garda, currently serving as the president of SCBD Toastmasters Club. And on behalf of SCBD Toastmasters, we cordially welcome you to another special event of our regular meeting happening every Friday evening. For those of you who are being first timer, we also acknowledge some of you are being first time in any Toastmasters meeting, including here in SCBD. Welcome to SCBD. And if you are still wondering what Toastmasters and SCBD Toastmasters are, allow me to share a little bit information regarding Toastmasters International and SCBD Toastmasters. Meanwhile, just sit back, relax, and welcome to SCBD Toastmasters. Talking about Toastmasters International, it has been almost a century where it has been an educational nonprofit organization where it teaches public speaking and leadership skills to every member. By being a member in Toastmasters International, you will be connected to thousands of members across hundreds of countries and thousands of clubs around the world. Someone's asked, what will be the benefits of joining Toastmasters? In Toastmasters International, we have an educational curriculum, so it's called Pathways. There are 11 curriculum or educational curriculum here in Toastmasters International where you can explore and learn throughout your journey as a member. None other than teaching about public speaking and leadership. Let's say if you want to also leverage your skills in being a humorous speaker, maybe you need that skill in your workplace, for instance. Perhaps our path of engaging humor will suit you best in order to fill your need. If you want to know more about this educational curriculum or pathways, please contact our club officer to assist you from that. About SCBD Toastmasters, we are now turning 16 this year. And this year of 2021-2022, SCBD Toastmasters is upholding a vision to provide a platform where everyone can become a better you. How to achieve that? Simply by empowering individuals to strive for progress. By upholding our values of being structured, collaborative, bold, and determined, SCBD Toastmasters is determined to provide this platform where every person can become a better you. This is exactly what you are currently doing joining our meeting happening every Friday from 7 to 9 p.m. Prior to pandemic, we always had our physical meeting in SCBD area in South Jakarta, but due to pandemic, we are shifting our meeting from offline to this online. And if you want to know more about SCBD Toastmasters, feel free to follow our Instagram at scbd.toastmasters, whereby you will be directed to our VP of membership by clicking the link in our Instagram bio. Click chat us via WhatsApp and your inquiries will be addressed by our VP of membership, Toastmaster Melanie. I think that is all from me as per the introduction about Toastmasters International. And now I would like to hand over the control to our host of today of the event, that will be Toastmasters of the meeting, Toastmaster Melanie. The screen is yours.
Happy, sorry. Happy morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Hello. I hope that, yeah, happy morning.
Happy morning.
Morning,
Happy
happy.
morning.
Happy morning. So today's theme is mindful versus mindful. So do you know the difference between these two words? Can anyone share with us how he or she defines mindful versus mindful and mindful? Anyone? Is there any difference aside from the spelling?
Can I try?
Yes, go on, Toastmaster Shouty.
So mindful is basically when we are trying to do some actions, we are pretty mindful in terms, we know the effects of the things that we do. Let's say, for example, if let's say we are teachers and we give assignments to our student. If let's say we give too much assignment to our student will basically become a little bit stressed, and this can affect them. So we are mindful in terms of giving the proper assignment, the proper amount of assignment, while mindful is basically your mind is filled with a lot of things. Let's say, for example, me, for the past week, my head is filled with assignments such as finance, banking, portfolio. What else? There's a lot of things that are in my mind right now, and it is making me, it's giving me a headache. So mindful is a really, really bad thing. So make sure that you're not too mindful, because again, it will make your head a little bit dizzy. So yeah,
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Shauki. And listening to you, I hope that while you are here in our meeting, you will not be oblivious. You will be not, oblivious to actually to the speakers, to what the speakers would say, and to what the meeting is all about later on. So here we have mindful versus mindful. Being mindful with a single L. This one is when you are focused on doing something, and while the other one is, even though you are doing something, your mind is somewhere else. And I also experienced that with my students, that even though I teach math, their mind is like with games. I want to go home, I want to finish this online class. So yeah. And why is our theme like that? Because recently we celebrated the National Stress Awareness Day, and this is not celebrating for us to be more stressful. This is for us to be more conscious of how we manage our stress. And while I was talking to some of our rule takers yesterday, one of them said that he is not really stressed at all. So later I will give you his answer why he is not stressed. So stress is the feeling of being overwhelmed or unable to cope with mental or emotional pressure. And our word of the day is oblivious. It is an adjective it means that not aware of or not concerned about what is happening around one. For example, I love watching anime that I am oblivious of my sleeping time. So I hope that you use the word of our word of the day. So we have in a regular Toastmasters meeting, we have 3 sessions. The first one is prepared speech session, wherein the members or the active members are delivering their projects. So today we are fortunate to have 4 prepared speakers. And the next session will be table topics. This is what we usually call the impromptu speech. So we invite and we encourage everyone, even the guests, even the first-time attendees, to join the session, to challenge your confidence and yourself as well to speak in front of the public. And yes, our table topics this evening will be Toastmaster Irvan, and I will be telling more about him later on. And also, we will be having the evaluation session. So this is the third session of our meeting, and this will be led by Toastmaster Sari. So Toastmaster Sari will be introducing her team to us. So let us all welcome Toastmaster Sari. Toastmaster Sari, the screen is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the meeting. Let me share my screen first. All right. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Happy morning, my fellow Toastmaster and guests. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sari, and tonight I will be serving you as a general evaluator. I'm so glad that tonight I will not be alone doing everything alone. I have my outstanding team here. I have grammarian, Toastmaster Yusuf as a grammarian, Toastmaster Hani will be doing the double job, timer and ballot counter, and Toastmaster Andika as WOD counter. And now let's hear the description of each role takers, starting from the grammarian. Toastmaster Yusuf, would you please explain your role?
Thank you. Hi, happy morning, everyone. I hope I'm visible and audible.
Yes, you are.
Yes. Okay, so tonight I will be the grammarian, and my responsibility is to listen carefully to all speakers, especially to their language usage. Why? Because what I usually experience is that sometimes I get too focused on the content as a listener that I always forget to pay attention to actually the learning that I can get from the language aspect itself. So I become oblivious in that sense. So tonight, don't worry, you can still focus on the content, to the awesome speech from the speaker, and I will help you to listen more on the language aspects. So that's it from me. I'll give my report later on. Thank you. Back to you, Madam GE.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yusuf. Now let's move to another role, which is Toastmaster Hani. Toastmaster Hani will explain her role about the timer and ballot counter. Toastmaster Hani, would you please explain your role? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Madam GE. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me share my screen. Okay, now I will explain related my role. First is as a timer. As a timer, you will be you have your time limit during in session. The first is icebreaker speech. I will change my background, virtual background, if the timer is almost 4 minutes. If the color is green and yellow is 5 minutes and red is 6 minutes. And you have change to wrap up your speech 30 seconds after the red. And then the second is prepare speech. There are the time limit is 5 until 7 minutes. I will change my background to first is 5 minutes in the green, 6 minutes yellow, and 7 minutes in the red. And you have change to wrap up your speech in 30 seconds after that. And the third is table public speaker. I will change my background is 1 minute in green, yellow, 1 minute 30 seconds, and red is 2 minutes. And you have a wrap up speech in 30 seconds after red. And the last is evaluation speaker. You have a time limit is 1 until 3 minutes. The first color is green, 2 minutes, and the second is yellow, 2 minutes 30 seconds, and the third is red in 3 minutes, and you have a wrap up speech in 30 seconds after red. This is my job as a timer. You can manage during your speech. You can see in my virtual background. And the next my next job is as a ballot counter. Do you know ballot counter is when you have a voice to vote, you can choose who is the most favorite speaker and who is the most favorite table topic speaker and who is the most favorite evaluator. During after all of the speaker already presented, I will send my link. I will use easy polls, and you can vote your choice. I think that's all from me. Thank you, Madam GE.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hani. Some practical tips from my side is please all the speakers for prepared speeches and table topic speaker, please pin Toastmaster Hani so you know the remaining time. Okay, my last team is Toastmaster Andika. Toastmaster Andika, would you please introduce yourself and explain your role? Thank you.
Thank you, GE. Fillers sound like so, like, long pauses, and repeated words can be very distracting for the audience to understand our message. So my role as an WOD counter to help you to indicate those noises so that later on you can develop yourself in the next speech. And I will also count the WOD or the word of the day oblivious, especially for the prepared speakers, table topic speakers, and also evaluators. I encourage you to use as many as possible. And later on, I will share my findings to you for our own learning. Back to you, GE.
Thank you, Toastmaster Andika. Now we have met all the role takers. So I think that's it from me. Hand over to you, Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Melanie. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sari. When I asked Toastmaster Sari what is her favorite way to stress, she said that she actually loves to talk to someone that she of course to sleep. So I hope, Toastmaster Sari, that we are also part of that group of people that you trust and to help you distress as well. So that's the evaluation team, and they will be coming back later to give us the feedbacks throughout the meeting. So without further ado, let us start our prepared speech session. Okay. So our first prepared speech speaker is Toastmaster Fiona. She will be evaluated by Toastmaster Wira. So Toastmaster Wira, can you please introduce our first speaker?
Okay. Happy morning, everybody.
Happy morning.
All right.
Good morning.
My name is Wiratama Ajiwarananda, and I will be the first evaluator for our first speaker. She is going to deliver her icebreaker speech, which is her speech debut. And icebreaker, the purpose of icebreaker is for the member to introduce herself to the club and learn the basic of structure of a public speech, so they won't be oblivious for making future speech. So she's gonna make her icebreaker in the pathway visionary communication, and the speech length is from 4 to 6 minutes. Without further ado, practice makes perfect. Toastmaster Fiona, Toastmaster Fiona, practice makes perfect.
Thank you so much for the lovely introduction, Toastmaster Weera. Happy morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I am so delighted to finally start my Toastmasters journey by delivering this icebreaker speech. I have been looking forward to this moment, to this delivery of icebreaker speech ever since I joined my first Toastmasters meeting as a guest. I recall at that time, some of the Toastmasters were telling me how this is a good opportunity for me to start learning how to deliver my public speaking skill. I have been meditating, contemplating, pondering, and whatever similar verb you want to add there on what exactly I want to say and share during this session. Whilst I was pondering on this, I was somehow reminded by the time where I used to be a very timid child, fearful of almost everything, of the dark, of lightning, of talking to strangers, which I think is a justifiable fear, especially during this day and time, but mostly scared of meeting new people, of striking a conversation with new people, and of public speaking. Until one day, I decided to throw away all those fearful thoughts, all of those negative thoughts and views, and replace them with something positive, with something that could uplift me, that could puff up my confidence. I began to become more confident with who I am. In fact, I started doing public speaking competitions with no luck, of course, in the first few competitions, because I was oblivious of what I was doing at that time. However, I recall at that time, someone close to me kept reminding me to keep on persevering, to keep on moving forward, and to keep on practicing. And so I did. I have to admit, however, that there were times where I wanted to give up, where I think, oh, you know what, maybe I'm just not born this way. You know, like that Lady Gaga song, "You're Not Born This Way." Like, I'm not born this way. Maybe I'm someone who's not good at public speaking. Maybe I'm just a shy girl. But luckily, I am surrounded by very supportive people who keep reminding me of the value of practicing, of perseverance, and that there is no such thing as failure if you keep on pushing forward and if you keep on believing that one day you will achieve what you've always dreamed of, if you keep on doing your best effort. So with that in mind, I kept on entering into one competition to another, until one day I saw my effort came to fruition. I finally won a prize in a public speaking competition. Even though I did not win the first prize, but still I was very much elated and proud of myself. And seeing that result pushes me to further my skills by continuing to practice. Even though there are times where I see myself stumbling on challenges that again made me want to quit. But then again, looking at the result that I've got, it reminds me of how there's, like I said before, there's no such thing as a failure if you keep on pushing yourself and if you keep on making your best effort. In hindsight, I saw how much I have grown from that experience. I became more confident. I became more engaging and open to new ideas. I see that there has been a lot of improvement in myself. For example, I used to be someone who was oblivious at many things, including at public speaking, into now someone who is more knowledgeable. I wouldn't say very knowledgeable in public speaking because there are still many things that I would have to learn. All in all, I would say that this experience proves that practice does make everything that you do, become perfect. And I really am thankful of this lesson, and which now brings me to the very reason why I am joining Toastmasters. I realized that being a good speaker, a good listener, having a good command in English, or even being familiar with engaging with the camera, locking eyes with the camera, like what I'm doing right now, it's something that we cannot really learn overnight. It's something that requires practice. That said, I am very glad to be joining this community, and I look forward to honing my skills with everyone here, and most importantly, to being inspired by the progresses of my fellow Toastmasters. Thank you for listening, and that's it for my icebreaker speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Fiona. And since this is her icebreaker speech, let's give her a round of applause. I hope that you can hear it. Cannot hear it anymore. At least. Everyone, can you please unmute your microphone and give her...
Congratulations!
Hey,
Congratulations. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So please
Congratulations.
use this time to give your affirmations or constructive feedback to Toastmaster Fiona. You may either send it directly to her or send it to everyone in the chat so that they will be pushed also to give feedbacks. So thank you, Toastmaster Fiona. And indeed, practice makes perfect. That's why even though we have been delivering a lot of speeches here in Toastmasters, maybe you can see here we have distinguished Toastmasters. They are still here in Toastmasters because they see that, yeah, giving your best effort, the practice gives us a lot of progress from the before and now version of us. Thank you, Toastmaster Fiona. Now, oh yeah, sorry, the sound is late. So let's go on with our second speaker is Toastmaster Tengku, and he will be evaluated by our import from Lipo Karawaci Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Hegi. Toastmaster Hegi, the screen is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Melanie. Tonight, I will introduce Toastmaster Tengku that will deliver his first speech ever, I guess, in Toastmasters. It is a icebreaker project with the purpose is for a member to introduce himself or herself to the club and learn the basic structure of public speech. Normally, people will introduce themselves, share personal thoughts, personal things about himself during this project. Now, I would like to welcome Toastmaster Tengku with the title of My Own Continuous Improvement. My Own Continuous Improvement, Toastmaster Tengku.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Hegi. My fellow Toastmasters and guests, as a matter of introduction, my name is Tengku Derizal, and tonight I will deliver my icebreaker speech titled My Own Continuous Improvement. First of all, to clarify your understanding, although my face looks old, like a middle-aged person, I'm actually quite young. So I'm still under 30 years old, 26 years old to be exact. And for people who want to know what I did for a living, I work as a legal and compliance director in a multinational company in South Jakarta. For a more personal note, for my own mindset, I'm a person who believes that every person needs to be the best version of himself or herself. Hence, I would like to deliver a speech about my experience in continuously improving myself and why I choose this club as my community for this goal. As a background, working as a senior management requires us to be in a tight schedule, a very tight schedule, constantly under pressure from above, from below, from every direction, and manage various stakeholders, both internal, external, like customers, regulators, internal customers, external customers, vendors, etc. This, of course, a really physically and mentally exhausting job. However, despite all of this, I believe that this should not be a reason for myself to be oblivious to keep improving myself, both personally and professionally. Therefore, I began my search to find a suitable place for me to achieve this purpose, to keep improving my own capability. At a rainy afternoon, after a tiring meeting marathon at work, I came home and started to listen to a podcast named Broadcast by Business Indonesia while having my dinner. On that podcast, I heard that TM Garda and TM Densia speaking about a club named Toastmasters. At first look, I thought that this is a club for people who like to drink alcoholic beverage. Quite strange, huh? That this kind of club being broadcasted in a general audience podcast who target various people with in a Muslim majority country. However, after listening further, I start to understand that this is a wrong assumption, and the club is about lifelong learning, a positive environment for people to enhance their public speaking and leadership skill. Immediately, I searched the club on Google, of course, for further guidance. I find some useful information on the internet. I am able to find this club Instagram and start to participate in the club first as a guest, like some of you here. Since I registered as a guest at the club's meeting, I experienced a very warm environment, like how friendly TM Melanie answers my questions and how TM Dwi actively having a good conversation with me. I also experienced with my own eyes how Toastmasters Club works, how professionally this club organized and the capability of its management. During that time, I actually not in my best position in life. Some events adversely impact my own mental health. Therefore, finding a positive and warm environment is having a deep impression on my mind. This good first impression moved my heart to join this club without any hesitation. Things that I want to achieve: to be an excellent public speaking skills, having an excellent public speaking skills, learning to become a good and effective leader that can be accepted by people from various backgrounds, connecting with people with similar mindset, as well as perfecting my English language fluency, and combined with an excellent e-learning platform, I feel that this club can help me to achieve my continuous improvement purpose. Maybe it will be an exhausting journey, managing daily work and personal life while doing a lifelong learning. However, I believe participating in this club is the best decision so far in my life during this year. Thank you very much. Good evening. Thank you very much for listening.
Hey, thank you, Toastmaster Tengku. Sorry, wait. Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Tengku. And this is also his icebreaker speech. So please unmute your microphone. And for him, our affirmations and feedback. So for Toastmaster Tengku, congratulations on finishing your icebreaker speech. For everyone, like what we did with Toastmaster Fiona, can you please give your affirmations or constructive feedback to Toastmaster Tengku via chat? Okay, so I am oblivious of the name broadcast. I was so excited. I see the people, even though they talk in Bahasa, and I was so happy for my friends. And I just learned that it's about, sorry, alcohol. Is it like that? Alcoholic beverage. I'm not really sure. Oh, that's why. Okay. Thank you for that one, Toastmaster Tengku. And now we move on with our third speaker. Our third speaker is also a new member in SCBD Club, Toastmaster Irvan. Yeah, Van. Sorry. So he will be evaluated by distinguished Toastmaster Harlina from TNC Advanced Toastmasters Club. So with that, let's all welcome his evaluator, Toastmaster Harlina.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Melanie. So I will be also evaluating an icebreaker, and the purpose of the icebreaker is the opportunity that you've been given to introduce yourself to the club. So I hope, Toastmaster Irvan, that I will know much more about you, and I hope that you can also already start exploring what you're good at, where you can need some improvement. Time given is 4 to 6 minutes, and the speech title is Intriguing the Secret of Borneo. Please welcome Toastmaster Irvan.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Adelina. Okay. Happy morning, everyone, all Toastmaster and guests. First of all, let me introduce myself. My full name is Irvan Aladim Mahfudin. You can call me Irvan. I joined the Toastmaster Club 3 weeks ago, and this is my first time to deliver my speech in front of you. I'm a little bit nervous right now, but I hope that this will be my first step toward improving my English skill. The title of my speech tonight is Intriguing the Secret of Borneo. We all know that Indonesia consists of more 17,000 islands and over 1,000 ethnic groups. Every ethnic has its own culture, which includes language, food, people, tradition, custom, belief, and norms, among other things. It's intriguing to see how diverse Indonesia's culture is. However, we can coexist as one identity is Bangsa Indonesia. And as a nation, we have motto Bhinneka Tunggal Ika. It means unity in diversity, or we are many, but we are one. I'm Japanese, but I believe some people in this meeting are not only Japanese, maybe Betawi, Sunda, Minangkabau, Madura, and others. Actually, for me, it's interesting to learn about Indonesian tradition and culture. And tonight, I will share my experience when I lived in a village on Borneo Island a few years ago and learned about culture and tradition of Dayak people. The Dayak people have a unique tradition and culture. For example, about religion. Do you ever hear about Kaharingan? Kaharingan is indigenous religion or authentic belief of Dayak. Some historians believe that Kaharingan existed long before official religions such as Islam, Hindu, Buddha, Confucian came to Indonesia. Usually, people refer Kaharingan to Hindu Kaharingan, but it differs. However, there are significant differences between Kaharingan and Hindu, as well as religious doctrines and ritual. If Hindu has ngaben in funeral ceremony, so Kaharingan has Tiwah. Tiwah is the festival of Dayak people. It is essentially secondary mortuary. It is essential secondary mortuary ritual in which deceased bones are removed from cemeteries, purified, and finally placed to sandong. Sandong is a small house used to place purified bones. Usually, Tiwah lasts for 1 month. I saw it once when I lived there, and in my opinion, Tiwah has mythical undergone. By the way, in general, the characteristics of Dayak people are friendly with nature, kind, and introvert. They don't easily trust foreigners, but they could be friendly with us. Generally, they are very tolerant society. They respect other belief or religion. Example, if they know you are the Muslim, they will serve just halal food for you. Many more interesting to tell about Dayak culture, but I think this is enough. Okay, that is my story about cultural diversity in Indonesia, especially about Dayak culture. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Irvan. Yeah, wait. Yeah, so this is also his icebreaker speech. So please unmute your microphone and let's give him a round of applause. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Okay, so this is also your time to give your affirmation back to Toastmaster Irvan. You can send it via chat. And what I've learned about Toastmaster Irvan's speech is kaharingan. Kaharingan is, well, yeah, no, because in the Philippines, we have a lot of religions, Looking at the kaharingan, it means way of life. Am I correct, Toastmaster Irvan? Yeah, I think, and it's in Kalimantan because I heard it from one of my friends before. Is it
yes.
not? I hope I am correct with my history of Indonesia. Anyway, thank you, Toastmaster. Congratulations on your icebreaker speech. So let's proceed with, I'm sorry, Toastmaster. Yeah, oh, sorry. Yeah, so let's go on to our fourth speaker, Toastmaster Uyun. She will be evaluated by distinguished, oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. The distinguished Toastmaster Gatot. I'm sorry, I wasn't able to edit. And he is from Eternal Toastmasters Club. So let us all welcome to DTM Gatot. Sorry, distinguished Toastmaster Gatot, are you here?
Yeah.
There. I thought
Thank
you're
you.
already mad at me. So please.
No, thank you so much, Madam Tom, for such a very wonderful introduction. I like the picture anyway. Where did you get it? I'm kidding. So it's okay, even you forgot to change the name, but the picture can't lie, right? Anyway, dear fellow Toastmasters, tonight it's such an honor for me to be the evaluator for Toastmaster Uyun. She will be delivering her first project for the evaluation and feedback project. Let me tell you the main purposes of the project. There are two main purposes. The first one is for the member to deliver speech on any topic and then get the feedback from the evaluator. And then the second purpose is to use the evaluation and apply to apply the evaluation for the next speech. So the speech length will be 5 to 7 minutes. Toastmaster Uyun, seeing beyond. Seeing beyond, Toastmaster Uyun, screen's yours.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Gatot. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Thank you. All right. Dear fellow Toastmasters and guests, we only have 56 days to close 2021. For the past months, I was anxious. What if I did not have any achievement in this year compared to my friends? Some of them got a job promotion, got a master's degree, got married, or even get a cute baby. My mind became full of worries, fear of failure, guilt of not giving the best of me, and resentment of the situation which did not support me to achieve something this year. Until one day, I found a video in YouTube which changed how I see my goals. so that today I can tell you the story of Mr. A. Mr. A has a goal to be the head of operation in an oil and gas company with a salary of 50 million rupiah per month. I am not sure if that is his true goal, because that's not the point. Many people like Mr. A tend to make strict goals. I did not say specific, but I said strict. Mr. A has a strict goal that it is just a means to an end. If I may ask him, what is the bigger picture? What is the bigger meaning behind that? Why does he want to achieve that position? Maybe being the head of operation with a salary of 50 million rupiah per month is what will give him a financial freedom. Or being the working in an oil and gas company is what will give him respect, for example. In other words, his goal is actually getting financial freedom and respect. And getting back is being the head of operation in an oil and gas company with the salary of 50 million rupiah per month the only way? I don't think so. There are so many other ways that you can think of. For example, working in another multinational company in a respected sector, being entrepreneur, and so on. The story of Mr. A has slapped me and calmed me down at the same time. The story poked me when I was frustrated with my short-sightedness of not being able to see beyond my strict goals. I was distracted with my small goals, with the obstacles that I found in front of my eyes, that I could not see beyond that. The ultimate goal that I value the most. And sometimes I cannot also see another opportunities that came to my way that actually can also lead me to this ultimate goal. That's very sad. But on the other hand, the story also has put some weight down from my mind, that I became less worried. The story also gave me hope and made me appreciate myself. The story made me believe in myself. I became more focused in myself, that even though my friends are doing better, I believe in my own journey, in my own timing. And even though I had some blocked paths in front of me, I am still okay, because I believe that I have so many ways that I can try, that I have so many doors that I can knock for me to get in. And even though I have some failures, I still can thank myself that I did well this year, that I made some small progress for me. So fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests, it is good for you if you had been able to see beyond to the ultimate goal that you truly have the most value. And for those who might be distracted with the obstacles in front of you, you don't need to worry. Think twice. You can see beyond that, the bigger picture. You can take your time to overcome those small obstacles, or maybe you can also find another way. Hopefully, we eventually arrive at our goal, hopefully. Back to you, Toastmaster Melanie.
Toastmaster Uyun. So let us all give Uyun our affirmations and feedback in the chat.
Oh.
Thank you for
Ooh.
yes, thank you for that applause for Toastmaster Uyun. So yeah, so we're already done with our prepared speech session. And Toastmaster Uyun, before I forget, thanks for reminding us that we have our own timeline and need not to compare ourselves with others. Actually, comparing ourselves with others also adds a lot of stress in our minds, right? So yeah, so let us call Toastmaster Hani. Toastmaster Hani, can you please give us the timer's report?
Yes, sure. 1 minute.
Are all the speakers eligible to be voted?
Yes, all of the speakers eligible to be voted.
Okay, so, and since Toastmaster Hani is also our ballot counter, she will be giving us the link. So please exercise your right to vote. Is the link already ready, Toastmaster Hani?
Wait a minute.
Sudah.
Okay, maybe we can proceed with our second session. Okay, so while waiting for the link, let's go to our oops. And do not forget these faces. They are our speakers today. Toastmaster Fiona, Toastmaster Irvan, Toastmaster Tengku, and Toastmaster Uyun. So we're done with the prepared speech session. Let's now go to table topics. And this will be led by Toastmaster Irvan with an F. He will be our table topics master. And he is actually the one who told me, not really stressed. Then I asked why. What are your tips for not being stressed? He said, first, pray and spend time with God. Second, spend time with your family. And third, exercise. So please try to reflect, are you doing these things as well? So let us all welcome our table topics master, Toastmaster Irvan.
Okay, Toastmaster, Melanie, Tom, thank you very much for your time and thank you very much for the interesting introduction. I don't expect that your questions yesterday will become your introductions session, bridging sessions. Okay, dear fellow Toastmaster and guests, the purpose of the topic master is to facilitate table topics where guests and members will have the opportunity to practice the impromptu speaking. And of course, I will introduce a topic that related to our theme today. And I will also call the speakers, or maybe if you want to be a volunteers, just put your name on the chat box. And you will have 1 until 2 minutes to speak on the subjects. Thank you. Okay, then let me share my screen. Here we go. Okay. Okay. There are 10 strategies for mindfulness. It can be from write, breathe, stretch, or do yoga or exercise. Listen to music until the focus on 3 things. You see, you feel, and hear. Here are the 10 strategies for mindfulness. Now, I want to ask, if you have mindful, then the strategy, you can choose one of them, 2, 3, or all of them, right? Okay. Now I would like to see, oh, there's a lot of volunteers. We have Shauki, Shandu, and Nia. Okay. I would ask TM Shauki. Hi, TM Shauki. Where are you?
Hello. I'm here.
Yes. Okay. What number do you want? Which strategy that fits with you if you have a mindful or a stressful life?
Because today is the 5th of November.
Yes,
Okay. Because
Yes, your
today,
own voice.
sorry. Because today is the 5th of November and the 10th of month, 2 months from New Year, I'm gonna choose number 6.
Okay, number 6. Be thankful, express gratitude. Here we go. I have a question. What do you think about mistakes are proof that you are trying? What do you think, Toastmaster Shauki? 1 until 2 minutes. The screen is yours.
Dear me, I know things has been tough. You have tried a lot of things, and I mean a lot of things, to make yourself better. But you failed. You see, I have tried a lot of things to boost my success. I've been joining a lot of competition, speech competition, and I failed almost all of them. I tried to join a double degree program, but I also failed as well. I try my best to keep sane, and I'm trying my best to stay happy. But in truth, I always cried every day. It's sad to think that all of the things that you do right now is just becoming a piles and piles of failure. Sometimes you just want to shout that you are worthless. Sometimes you just want to shout that you are basically an idiot. You keep doing all of these past failures. People think that you're oblivious to the failure that you do back then. And I say they're almost correct if you think of it negatively. Remember this and remember this well. No matter how much you fail, no matter how much you fall, it's okay. Just take your time and stand up again. Because again, if you don't try, you will never succeed at all. And always, always remember that failures is a path of success. And I believe everyone deserves a place, a rightful place in this world to become successful. So please keep on trying. Thank you.
Wow, it's so deep, Toastmaster Shauki. I have word for you. You know, effort is repeated day in and day out. So keeping on trying and don't give up. Okay. Well, thank you very much, Toastmaster Shauki. And then we move to the next volunteer. And don't forget, please use our word of the day. Yeah. Don't be oblivious. Use our word of the day, which is oblivious. Okay. Then next is Toastmaster Shandu. Hello, Toastmaster Shandu.
Yeah, very happy morning to all.
Hi, happy morning, Toastmaster Shandu. How are you?
Yeah, I am well.
Okay. Okay, from 1 until 10, please use your number or your strategies to be a mindfulness.
Number 9.
Number 9. Okay. Explore natures. Here we go. Please respond to these quotes. Anger begins with madness and ends with regret. Please respond to these quotes. Anger begins with madness and ends with regret. Toastmaster Shandu.
In all of us, when we live our life day by day, we face some different situations. Some situations are good, some situations are bad. During the bad situations, when conditions are not in our favor and people are not with us, then at that time, the feeling which we feel, that is anger, because we having some other expectations, but we can't get. And at that time, hyper level inside us become more high. We forgot everything because we are in condition of anger. Still, I remember during one day in class when teacher told me to solve that sum, and I told some, solved that sum with different method, and the answer came same. But teacher told, you are totally wrong. But I know I am right. Within time passed, I do argument with my teacher. And at that time, I was in anger because I know I am right. And teacher also right. But finally, when teacher with calm mind give me explanation about the other method, then I feel calm. And I get apologies from my teacher. Please forgive me. At that time, I was in anger and I do our argument with you. So, ladies and gentlemen, in all of us, calmness is the way to face any situation by which you are able to get proper solution. The condition of regret does not came if you want, then control on your emotions and proceed in your life calmly. Over to you, table topic master.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Shandu. What a beautiful speech, that calmness is the key for every solutions. Be calm and don't be madness, and please avoid anger because anger always ends with regret. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Sandu. Next, we will move to the next volunteer, which is Toastmaster Nia, or soon to be Toastmaster. I'm sorry.
I am Toastmaster from
Okay.
Ultimate.
Okay, thank you very much for coming, Toastmaster Nia. Then we will move to the strategies. Okay, please choose your strategies to find mindfulness. Toastmaster Nia.
I choose number 4. Listen to or play music.
Okay, listen to or play music. Let me see. Here we go. To reach emotional and mental well-being, we should focus on the body, or we should connect the body and soul. Please choose which one best fit with you. To reach emotional and mental well-being, we should focus on the body, or we should connect body and soul. 1 until 2 minutes, Toastmaster Nia.
Thank you, Toastmaster Irvan. I choose to reach emotional and mental well-being, we should focus to connect the body and soul, of course, because the body and the soul is having a connection that we have to control them together to get the mindfulness. Why I said that? Because whenever I am overthink or I can be in mindfulness, maybe because just the things that I'm done, the work, or maybe because I'm still single right now, or because I don't have enough money to play with my friends or going out with my friends at any time, that it makes me overthink recently. So I just need to focus and connect the body and soul with just like playing the music. When I'm very in a bad mood, I listen to the music what I like, my favorite, and I think about the older days, about my fun memories, my just like when I was in junior high school with Hani SCBD.
Oh,
And Hani is a gamelan player.
okay.
Yes, when I play the gamelan, my body and soul is mindfulness. That it makes me be in that place and not thinking about anything, just focus to that gamelan, and we play it and make it the harmony to perform to perform the best to anyone, to the audiences. So if you want to make you be a mindfulness person, please use your body and soul, connect them together. Thank you. Back to you, Double Topic Master.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Nia. I do agree with you that music can connect between body and soul. And also, I'm a gamelan player. Also, I used to play gong. You know, gong, the simplest instrumental on the traditional Japanese traditional music. Okay, thank you very much, Toastmaster Nia. Then we move to the next volunteer, which is soon to be Toastmaster Puja Gupta. Hello, Puja Gupta.
Hello, sir.
Oh,
I'm audible?
yes, of course, you are audible. Thank you very much for coming to SCBD Toastmaster. Please choose your strategy.
Number 7.
Number 7. Draw a doodle or color. Okay, let me see. Here we go. Here's a quote, and please respond to the quotes. Wonder is the beginning of wisdom. It's said by Socrates. Wonder is the beginning of wisdom. Soon to be Toastmaster Puja Gupta.
Thank you, sir. Wonder is the beginning of wisdom. In life, when you're going fallen down, you don't have any hope, but you want to be winner in your life. But suddenly you get hope by seeing a disabled person who never leaves the hope. Because in the world, the God sent us for the winning in our life. So never down yourself. And never leave the hope. By hope, you achieve everything. Thank you, back to you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster, soon to be Toastmaster Puja Gupta. What a beautiful words that hope by hope we can achieve everything. Thank you very much. And the wonder is the beginning of wisdom. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Gupta. Next, we move to the next volunteer. Wow. Which is soon to be Toastmaster Dita. Hello, soon to be Toastmaster Dita.
Okay, hello.
Hello.
Actually, I'm a guest.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm a
hopefully.
guest here.
Yeah. Okay, Toastmaster Dita, please choose your strategy.
I'd like to choose number 8. Sit with
Number
your emotions. Yeah.
Okay, number 8. Here we go. Please respond to the quote. Sometimes the people with worse past create the best futures.
Okay.
Sometimes the people with worse past create the best futures. Is stated by Umar bin Khattab.
Okay, sometimes people with worse past create the best future. I know that maybe most of us had experience like we have like past experience that we don't like to be remembered of. For example, if we had a bad experience about something related to for example, related to relationships with our close ones, and it made us wonder, like, oh, it always remind us about bad moments. But with that being said, we can take some positive sides from our worst past, because with worst past, we can create the best future, because we know that maybe back then we're not ready for that. And then that's why we need to be prepared in order to create the best future. And for example, if you failed in a test before, like for example, a year ago, and then with that, we can plan for the best future. We can prepare ourselves for create the things that we want. We can achieve that. And also, we can share our experience to everyone around us, and then we can share some tips. And yeah, I think with the worst past, we can create the best future. Thank you. Back to you.
Wow, wonderful. Thank you, soon to be Toastmaster Dita. Yes, worst past is a learning. And you know, this is the basic for us to be prepared for today. And believe me, tomorrow is time to win. So my coach said that preparation is half of the winning. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Dita. Then we move to the next volunteer, which is the one and only Mr. Toastmaster Galvin. Hi, Toastmaster Galvin. How are you?
I'm good. How about you, Toastmaster Irvan?
I'm good. I'm good. Okay, please choose. What number?
May I choose number 2?
Number 2. Breathe. Just breathe. Okay. This is a question for you. If expectation is greater than reality, is equal to disappointment. Agree or disagree? Please welcome Toastmaster Galvin. I know you can read, bro.
Who here? Please type 1 if you are like this. So who here have ranked quite high, maybe rank 1, rank 2, rank 3, when you were in elementary school? Some. Come on, only 2. I believe more. I believe more. See? Okay. Now, who here among these people have got a GPA of more than 3.5? Basically a cum laude. Out of these people says that 111. Yeah. I also feel the same. Okay. So they expect when I was still an elementary student, I got a quite good grade, right? So I ranked 1, 2, 3 in elementary school. I thought, this was easy lah. So I expect myself, okay, then I can be the bright person, the bright man, going to the junior high school, senior high school, and then also to college. But then reality hits hard. Why? Because suddenly the junior high school grade, okay, rank 8, 9, not so bad. And then senior high school, a little bit increased. But then in GPA comes along, okay, this is bad. So at that time, I was disappointed because I was not able to fulfill the expectation that I put in myself. But then again, back then I was oblivious that this is not the end. This is just the beginning. Why? Because even though at that time at the college I was already, I don't know, 18 years old, 19 years old, but it was just the first 19 years old. There is still the next 19 years. There is still the next 20 years, 50 years. So, for example, if right now you are disappointed with your current position, maybe you have not got that promotion that you want. Maybe you have not got that girl that you want. Don't worry. Sometimes you will get the answer that you need. You just need to ask. The worst answer is just a no. But then again, if you get a no, then you can get into another goal. Then after that, maybe you can fulfill the goal that you want. That's all from me. Back to you, Toastmaster Irvan.
Wow, interesting statement, Toastmaster Galvin. You know, I do agree with you. If expectation is greater than reality, is equal to disappointment. So please, guys, manage our expectation and let God choose the best way for us, because God will give what we need, not what we want. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Galvin. Okay, we already have 6, if I'm not mistaken. 6. Yeah, 6. Okay, do we have time, Toastmaster Melanie?
Toastmaster Irvan, I'll give you the last speaker.
Okay, the last speaker. Okay, we just point out the number. Toastmaster, soon to be Toastmaster Shiaza. Am I right? Hi.
Yes, you're right.
Okay, Toastmaster. Soon to be Toastmaster Shiaza. Please choose your strategies. What number?
I pick number 5.
Number 5. Wow, I'm amazing. Okay, this is questions for you. Do you think gratitude is the key to reach the mindfulness?
This is quite a hard question, actually, but I think it's not always gratitude equal mindfulness, because too much gratitude and we will not aware of what we are doing, who we are, and etc. For example, in our current job, for example, for instance, if we giving too much gratitude, it means like, okay, that's all right. Okay, I didn't get the promotion and it's all right. I don't get the higher salary, it's all right. Or I don't get that project and it's all right. And we don't challenge ourselves to be better. We don't challenge ourselves to learning something new, because we think we need to be grateful enough for what we have. So I don't think gratitude is the key to reach the mindfulness, because if we have too much gratitude, it will backlash to ourselves. But we still need to have a right amount of gratitude. We need to know when we need to have a gratitude to look below us and when we need to look upon us. If we get a force major event, let's say our family got sick, or our love or our spouse left us, and yes, we need the gratitude so we can still focus on our life to get better, to live our daily life. for that kind, yes, we need to have that gratitude. But and for our better self in our career, I don't think we need that much gratitude. The key is to know. The key is to know when we have to have that gratitude, when we don't, when we have not to have that gratitude. That's back to you.
Wow, amazing. So soon to be Toastmaster saja. For me personally, I get more insight about gratitude. Yes, thank you very much for your knowledge. More gratitude. My conclusion, it can lead us to more excuse, and then the most important thing is we have to know the best time to use gratitude in every mistakes or every problems that we face. Thank you very much, soon to be Toastmaster Shaza. Okay, I think we have already fulfilled the quota, and tonight we have a lot of insight, we have a lot of great speech from the table topic master, and hopefully the statement, the knowledge will give more benefit to us, and hopefully it also can lead us to be better people with mindfulness life of well-being. Thank you very much. Back to you, Toastmaster Melanie.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Irvan. So here are the table topic speakers that we have today. So timer, Toastmaster Hani, who are all the speakers eligible to be voted?
Okay, let me share in the.
You might forget their face, that's why I put it in the presentation.
Wait a minute.
Wow,
I will share in
amazing.
the chat box.
Okay.
Here, only 2 is ineligible, Toastmaster Galvin and Guest Shaza. And yeah, the 5 above is eligible.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Hani. And I hope that the link is already ready. So it's only Toastmaster Shauki, Guest Sandu, Toastmaster Nia, Guest Puja, Guest Dita are eligible to be voted. So please exercise your right to vote. So we will not give you any one more minute. Let's proceed now to our next session. So we're done with prepared speech and the table topics. Now let's go on to the heart of Toastmasters evaluation session, to be led by our general evaluator, Toastmaster Sari. Toastmaster Sari, the screen is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the meeting. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have the evaluation session, which will divide into 2 main activities, which are the evaluation of prepared speech and the evaluation of meeting itself. So the first one is the evaluation for prepared speech. The first evaluator is Toastmaster Wira. On this part, Toastmaster Wira is working on his level 1 project 2C. Thus, his evaluation speech will be evaluated by Toastmaster Garda. Toastmaster Garda, are you ready to give a short opening speech for Toastmaster Wira's?
Excuse me, Toastmaster Sari. I know that Toastmaster Garda is already ready, but I think also and fellow Toastmasters are ready for a photo session. Can we have the photo session first?
All right.
Sorry, Toastmaster Garda. Tika, please lead us for the photo session.
Bless you, TM Melanie.
Thank you so much. So everyone, since we have 38, I would like to at least 75% of us to turn on our video. So I'm gonna give you around 5 seconds to touch up your face and then turn on your video. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Remember, please look at the camera, not on yourself, because we want to see your face. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yes, I got my little helper as usual. And second pose. 1, 2, 3. One more time. 3, 2, 1. Thank you.
Toastmaster Andika. Back to you, Toastmaster Sari.
All right. Okay, let's go to the evaluation session, which will be led by Toastmaster Wira. But first, let's hear the short opening speech from Toastmaster Garda. The screen is yours, Toastmaster Garda.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sari. As much as I am ready to deliver, thank you for this photo session first. Have a happy morning, my fellow Toastmasters and soon-to-be Toastmasters. Giving an evaluation can be hard sometimes, but nonetheless, our member Toastmaster Wira will deliver his project of Level 1 Project 2C about giving evaluation to fellow member. Whereas the purpose of this project is for Toastmaster Wira to develop skills for delivering and receiving feedback, as well as to deliver constructive feedback on another member's presentation. Let's hear it from Toastmaster Wira, who will be delivering his evaluation towards Toastmaster Fiona. Toastmaster Wira, the screen is yours.
Okay, thank you, Mr. President. First of all, I want everybody to unmute themselves and give a round of applause to Toastmaster Fiona.
Yay!
Practice makes perfect. I agree, because the more you practice, the less you oblivious become to stuff that you want to learn. Now we go to the evaluation. First, your positive, what you good at. Number one, your confidence. From start to finish, I can see that you have the presence of an experienced speaker, and you said that you joined several public speaking, and yeah, I can see that from your speech. You did your best, and it was amazing, not going to lie. Second, your voice clarity. From start to finish, I can hear your voice clearly without any crack, without any problem. And now we go to, the third one is personal story. From that, I heard that you, from your speech, that you have several fears. Like, if I'm not mistaken, you have fear of meeting new people, fear of public speaking, and also fear of the dark, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong at the third one, so correct me if I'm wrong. But instead of giving to that fear, you give that fear a punch to the jaw and said, I want to join a public speaking competition. Which, if I'm not gonna lie, which I have to be honest, that is freaking awesome. And now we go to the stuff that you want to work on, because every speech, no matter how good they are, needs to have that something that they need to work on. And for you, is your seating position, specifically when you're using your hand gesture. From what I see in your speech, since you sit too close to the screen, when you use your hand gesture, sometimes it was barely visible. Your hand was barely visible. So sometimes I'm a little bit bothered that what is she doing with that hand? That's personally me. But yeah, now we go to the challenge yourself. For me, my challenge for you, content-wise, speaking-wise, you have no problem. But my challenge for you is find a seating position that is good for you, that we can hear your voice, but also we can see your hand gesture no matter what you're doing. For example, this is the perfect place for me, so everybody can hear me well, and also they can see what I'm doing with my hands. So all in all, I love your speech. I can't wait to hear another story from you, and I know some that you can kick my butt in the speech competition if you join one. All right, that's all from me. Back to you, GE.
Thank you, Toastmaster Wira. Let's move to the second evaluation session, which will take by Toastmaster Hegi. Toastmaster Hegi will be evaluate Toastmaster Tengku's speech. Toastmaster Hegi, the screen is yours.
Thank you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Sari. First of all, I would like to congratulate Toastmaster Tengku. Icebreaker, for me, is the most difficult projects, because this is the first step you need to take in Toastmasters, and first step is always the most difficult projects. However, I believe you have delivered this project with a very good result. In this evaluation, I would like to highlight what are the good things from your speech and what you want to improve. First of all, I really like your start. You are stating an interesting fact that we might not guess, and it gives a a jump start to your speech. This way your audience will be interested in you. What are the interesting part you want to share in this speech? Second one, your opening is also good. You are able to share the purpose of your speech. So through the opening, the audience know more about the idea and the red thread that you want to deliver in your speech. The third part that I really like is your confidence. Although this might be your first speech, you sound really confident. You deliver things clearly. I can hardly hear any stutters, and your voice is very, very stable. And I would like to also share 3 things that I believe you can improve. First is the eye contact. Throughout your speech, I observed that you look into your screen more. I know this is very challenging, especially in online environment, because in offline we see people, we see the face of the people in front of us, but in online we need to see the camera. So there are 2 things that we can get from it. First, the audience feels connections because we can see it face to face. Second of all, the screen, if you face the camera, the screen will be less reflected in your glasses. So it will help to reduce the distraction for the audience. Secondly, is your vocal variety. Although your intonation is good, your voice is clear, but you can add some spices into how you deliver a speech. You can slow down, you can speed up things, and you can give more variation into the speech. Lastly is your closing. The opening is great, the body is good, but the closing can be improved. My suggestion is actually to give a summary again to your speech. First, you explain the purpose. Then in the body, you explain the benefits you get from Toastmaster. In the summary, you can pack it up again into 3 things maybe that you can learn. So to challenge yourself in your speech, I would like to see a stronger closing in your speech, because not only the opening, but closing will leave an impression to your speech. Thank you. Back to General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hegi, such detailed feedback. Really appreciate it. Okay, let's move forward to the evaluation for the third speech, which will led by distinguished Toastmaster Harlina. The screen is yours.
Thank you, General Evaluator. So I will evaluate the speech of Toastmaster Irvan. And it was very nice to listen to, because it was easy to follow, because it was well structured. There was opening, body, and conclusion. It was easy for me to understand because the words used were simple, and it was also, you had a very clear voice, so it was easy for me also to listen to. And honestly speaking, I did not really notice that you were nervous until you said that you were a bit nervous. I was like, oh yeah, right, he's nervous. So I would say next time, no need to mention how you feel when you're nervous. Just keep it in your heart. People won't notice. Well, I didn't notice. And secondly, the purpose of the speech can be read in the evaluation form that as you as speaker sent to the evaluator, and in the purpose statement it is said that the purpose is actually to introduce yourself. So if you want to still want to talk about the diac trip, That's okay, as long as you add some details about yourself. For example, how long did you stay in that village? Were you alone? And was it work related or was it a holiday? And how did you feel when those Dayak people were very kind to you? I would say thank you for a very informative speech about the secret of Borneo, but actually I would love to know about the secret of you, because I think there's very much to discover over there. As a challenge, I would like to tell you, this is yeah, with Zoom, we are actually all a bit a celebrity, isn't it? We all play with the camera. So I would challenge you to keep your eye contact with the camera and avoid looking at the audience, because the audience is not down there, but it is behind the camera. So all in all, thank you for your speech, well structured. I would love to know more about you, at least in this speech. And well, just keep on practicing, keep on taking roles, because that is the way to deal with this wonderful journey in Toastmasters. Well, congratulations again. You have taken the first step. Enjoy your journey. Back to the general evaluator.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Harlina. I feel like you speak to me as well. Okay, let's jump to another evaluation session, which will be led by distinguished Toastmaster Gatot. The screen is yours.
Thank you so much. So, dear fellow Toastmasters, especially Toastmaster Uyun, I did enjoy your speech. I really like the way you deliver it, especially your screen management. You really understand how to have an eye contact with your audience. You know, one of the biggest challenge in delivering speech, leading a seminar, or having an online meeting is to understand how to have an eye contact with the people in front of you. We used to get confused whether you have to see on the screen or see on the camera, but you really do understand that you have to see on the camera so that your audience can feel that you have an eye contact with them. I personally can say that you have an eye contact with me, and it dragged me even more to follow your story. That's the good point. Another good point is your body language. You play with your hand to describe your point. When you say that to see beyond you, to understand the bigger goal. So by using that kind of body language, people can understand you more. And the last good point is your message. I strongly believe that everyone here understands that you want us to see beyond us, not to get stumbled and then getting down, but to raise up and do not give up. Toastmaster Uyun, let's see beyond what you have tonight so that you can lift up your performance in delivering your speech in the future. The first one, since you have such a wonderful eye contact and then body language, to spice them up, you can give a bit facial expression. Play with your eye. Let me tell you how. When you say, see beyond you, you can say that, see beyond you. Understand the bigger picture, then finally find your ultimate goal. So your audience can have such an emotional touch with your story. And the second one is connect your message. Since you have such a very strong message, you can connect your message with the story you delivered previously about Mr. A. If you're aware, there are some people question, who is Mr. A? So you can say that maybe you got yourself questioning, who is Mr. A? Is it Mr. Andi? Is it Mr. Agus? It doesn't matter who is Mr. A. What I'm trying to say is that I have learned one of the most valuable things from Mr. A. And I hope everyone here can be the next Mr. A. That you can see beyond you, that you can understand the bigger picture, then finally, you can find your ultimate goal. All in all, I like your speech, and I do believe that by improving the points I've mentioned before, I can see beyond. You will be one of the most potential speakers in the very near future. Thank you.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Gatot, for the evaluation. Okay, let's hear the last evaluation session from our beloved President, Toastmaster Garda. The screen is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sari. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are.
The hardest thing in life is not limited to achieving goals and how to address something as a speaker, but also how to receive such feedback and how to address those feedback to those in need. Today, I can't be more proud to Toastmaster Wira how he already mastered the way he addressed those feedback to Toastmaster Fiona. Congratulations, Toastmaster Wira. The way you address those feedback as if that you, as someone who wants to treat people as you want to be treated equally. Nonetheless, the way you master your feedback and evaluation towards Toastmaster Fiona has exemplified the structure of sandwich method, in which that you provide rooms for improvement between two positive things that you would like to address to Toastmaster Fiona. Above all, what I like about your speech, Toastmaster Wira, is that you also embodied humility. At the beginning, when you introduced Toastmaster Fiona to the screen, the way you introduced was really something that memorable, as if that you met your long lost friend and you can't wait to introduce that person to the bigger audience. That is something that we as humans can also learn and apply, because giving feedback is not only as if that we give something to other person, but at the same time, we also learn something from our feedback. Secondly, you also provided support to the speaker. The way you provide support and your spirit also radiates on how to be a supportive person by means that your spirit, your energy, your enthusiasm is something that we all can agree on and can learn to apply on ourselves. Now, something to improve ourselves, including yourself as an evaluator. I would rather suggest and challenge you a little bit as an evaluator. First thing first, giving more practice on using various lexical resources. But above all, maybe you may to consider, try to figure out some ways that can also resemble ways to address feedback, as if that we as a person wants to receive such feedback equally. By doing so, we can also figure out some ways that we, whenever we receive feedback, as if that we are in the position that can also enhance mutual understanding between two people. And that is also one of the essences as humans, as social creatures, because giving and receiving feedback is something that will always attach to ourselves, regardless of our situation, our time, and our belongings. All in all, that was truly a good way to start your evaluation speech, Toastmaster Wira, and I cannot wait to see more of you becoming a great evaluator. Back to you, General Evaluator.
All right. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Garda. We already hear all the evaluation speech, 5 evaluation speech. Now let's move forward to voted session. Toastmaster Hani, would you please share your report, the time report?
Yes, wait a minute. I will share in the chat box.
Are the speakers eligible to be voted?
Okay. Here the report. Only four is eligible and only Toastmaster Hegi ineligible.
Okay. Thank you for the report. So my fellow Toastmaster and guests, after this, please choose your favorite evaluator speakers. The link will be put by Toastmaster Hani on the chat box. Meanwhile, waiting, let's move to our general evaluation from all the role takers. Start from the grammarian report. Toastmaster Yusuf, would you please share your report?
Prepared speech, awesome. Evaluation, awesome. Table topic, awesome. Tonight, we have heard a lot of awesome speech. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmaster and guests, they are so awesome that I almost oblivious of my job as a grammarian. However, I still can make myself aware that, oh, I have to take notes on the language aspect of tonight. So let me share my screen on what I have captured tonight. So in terms of the language usage, there are several parts that I see we can together improve based on what we heard today. First, number one is about prepositional verbs. Yeah. So some verbs, you have to pair it with some preposition like related will need to be paired with to. So it should be related to, not related. Yeah. But sometimes as an Indonesian, most of the time I also have this kind of challenge because I sometimes don't know whether I have to pair it with to, with in, with for, or with what, right? But don't worry. Usually in English, these verbs kind of like Romeo and Juliet. The Romeo already has its Juliet. So related most of the time will be paired with to. Insist on, fight for, contribute to, lead to, rely on, talk about, those kind of stuff. You just need to get more exposed to those pair of words to make it better. And then number 2, 3, and 4, quite similar. It's about the pairing between the subject and the nouns or the verbs, right? The subject and the verbs. So some subjects you have to identify whether it's plural, singular, or how. And for example, number 2, sometimes people they think everyone, oh, everyone means a lot of people. It must be plural, but it's not, because everyone will fall into indefinite pronoun, and indefinite pronoun you treat it as like singular pronoun. Yeah. So that's number 2, 3, and 4. It's about the consistency of plural and singular. And then number 5 and 6, it's about the choice of word, when to use noun, when to use verb, when to use adjective. My tips for this is try to expose yourself more on the how the word is being constructed. For example, words that ends with e, like angry, grumpy, happy, those kind of stuff. Sometimes you can just sense it at that those words are adjectives, right? And when we're talking about like I was anger or I was angry, which one to use? You can just my tips. You can just use your original language back. For example, in Indonesia, actually the noun, verb, and adjective, we have kata kerja, kata sifat, kata benda, right? So you just need to, okay, in my bahasa, in my language, whether it falls into which kind of word, and in English, which word should I use? Yeah, but I know in Indonesia sometimes we just use one type of words for all types, like marah, like this. Marah is anger. Marah can be angry. Marah can be anger. Marah can be being angry. So, and the last one will be number 7 and 8. It's about using the word, the form of the word. So just a little bit of tips. If you see a to be, like am, is, are, was, were, to be, been, usually it doesn't follow by verb 1. So it has to be something else. It should be verb plus ing, like will be evaluating, or verb, the third form of the verb 3, like will be evaluated, but never be will be evaluate. Yeah. So I think that's all what I have in my notes. And to close my speech, to close my evaluations, I quote one words of the evening, which is from Toastmaster Uyun. She said, "Think twice to see the bigger picture." So I think this is very words by Toastmaster Uyun. Now that's it from me. Back to you, Madam GE.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yusuf, for the thorough report for area improvement and also sharing the word of evening. Let's hear the last report from the role takers, which will be led by Toastmaster Andika. Toastmaster Andika, would you please share your report? Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Is my slide visible?
Yes.
I'm so enjoying the meeting, so I'm oblivious to the passage of time. So as I mentioned beforehand, I'm helping you to report all your filler words, your unnecessary repeated words, long pauses, and I'm also counting the word of the day. So if you can see here in the filler words, congratulations to Toastmaster Uyun, Toastmaster Wira, Toastmaster Garda, Toastmaster Shoki, and soon to be Toastmaster Sandu, and also soon to be Toastmaster Puja. So you have 0 filler words. For those of you who produce more than 1 filler words, then it means that you still have room for improvement. And then when we see here, some of you have made unnecessary repeated words. But then good job for distinguished Toastmaster Harina, Toastmaster Garda, Toastmaster Shoki, and also soon to be Toastmaster Puja. And we also have great lineup for long pauses. So most of you didn't have any long pauses except for soon to be Toastmaster Puja, but it's only 2. So I think we are in a good shape. And then the last one is word of the day. Congratulations, Toastmaster Fiona. You have mentioned twice the word of the day. And also for Toastmaster Tengku, Toastmaster Wira, Toastmaster Shoki, and also Toastmaster Galvin. Again, I have a disclaimer. There might be connection issues. So if you think that you mentioned more than word of the day or that's not the filler words, well, I could have recorded because it's connection issue. And all in all, so thank you for delivering your speech in a well-mannered. So I really look forward to your next speech. Back to you, G.
Thank you, Toastmaster Andika. I just want to remind you to all the fellow Toastmaster here and the guests, Toastmaster Hani already resend the link, the new link. Please revote for your favorite speaker. Thank you. So that's all from the evaluation from role takers. Now is my part to share my evaluation about the meeting evaluation. Let me share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. So I will be evaluate the 2 main topics. The first one is the meeting evaluation. So basically, the meeting is start on time. I really like this one because we start always on time, 7 p.m. sharp. And the guests also agreed by the president. And we also learn about the SCBD Toastmasters Club. And then also the meeting flow is so amazing thanks to Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Melanie, who already described the word of the day in such a creative way. And also Toastmaster Melanie already always encourage us to give appreciation to all the speakers. That's really nice. And Toastmaster Melanie also deliver the project, her duty in such a friendly and positive and such a positive manner. Yeah, for the I also noticed that we have a full quota of table topic speaker, which is great that you are enthusiastic for the joining the table topic speakers. In terms of the role takers, I noticed that Toastmaster Yusuf giving such a thorough and detailed grammar report, and you give the report in a proper and timely manner. And for the Toastmaster Hani, I would like to express my appreciation to you because you are doing the double job. Your role is also beside the timer also for the ballot counter. So I really appreciate this. And beside the double job, you give the timing report in a timely manner. So the last one is I will give my appreciation to Toastmaster Andika, who always encourage us and remind us to use the word of the day. So appreciate for that we always be reminded to be use the word of the day. I think that's all from me for the report. I will give the screen to Toastmaster Garda for closing remarks. Am I right?
It's to Toastmaster Melanie first.
Oh yeah, okay. Toastmaster Melanie, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sari, for the evaluation. I don't like this. Sorry. So to end this session, this is what I've got from so reminding yourself to take notice of your thoughts, feelings, body sensations, and the world around you is the first step to mindfulness. So when you feel that you are anxious, when you feel that you're look around you and see something and notice everything around you, and that's the moment that you will be really back to the present. So I think that ends our meeting tonight. But I will not close yet the meeting because we're still waiting for who are the winners or the the favorite speakers for the night. So let me call on Toastmaster Hani.
Hello, Tom. Thank
Hi.
you. Okay, I'm so excited today because we want to announce who is in the Hall of Fame. I think I don't have a song, but I will sing a song again. Okay, here my screen is already visible.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. This is Hall of Fame. I will announce first is who is the most favorite speaker tonight. Dum 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 dum. I will make the drum roll. Okay, hope is really helpful and not be guarding. The most favorite paper speaker tonight is congratulations, Toastmaster Fiona. The room sorry for capturing your picture. I didn't capture clearly. Congratulations for you, Toastmaster Fiona. Wow, there is the song. And then the second is who is the most favorite table topic speaker? Dum dum dum, please. Your guitar is playing. Okay. This Toastmaster Shoki. Congratulations, our AA team. Congratulations, Toastmaster Shoki. And then the last is most favorite evaluator speaker. The guitar playing is okay. Most favorite evaluator tonight is distinguished Toastmaster Gato. Congratulations for the winners. And here, if you have any question about SCBD Toastmaster, feel free to contact us. Our VP of Membership, Toastmaster Melanie, is at the phone tonight. We have a LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram. You can connect us both of in our social media very clearly. And thank you. I think this is from me. Back to you, Tom.
Hello. Thank you, Toastmaster. Actually, we need to give the unmute. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, because someone is unmuting me, but I'm already unmuted. So anyway, let's give the control back to our president, who is Master Garda.
Thank you, Toastmaster Melanie and Toastmaster Sari. First of all, let's give a round of applause to our Rangers today. Congratulations, Toastmaster Melanie, Toastmaster Sari, Toastmaster Yusuf, Toastmaster Andika, Toastmaster Hani, Toastmaster. Wait, my connection is clear?
Yes, you are.
Okay, because I got a froze. I was frozen with my connection. Okay, there. Yep, thank you very much for all of your support, and that was really remarkable with all the detailed report. And please excuse me, although that we started our meeting on time, but allow me to extend for a few minutes to hear some euphonious voices from our dear guests and visiting members. I hope that I already addressed Toastmaster Irvan as well due to the internet connection. All in all, that was really great. And now I would like to hear some euphonious voices from our dear guests. Can I have soon-to-be Toastmaster Nur Taiba? Oh, don't be surprised. Hello, soon-to-be Toastmaster Nur Taiba.
Hi, good morning. What you say, like happy morning, everybody. I'm Nur Taiba from Aceh. Nice to meet you again. I think I quite interesting about this club. Maybe I will be a member soon. That's it.
Thank you for coming, Nur Taiba. Yes, thank you so much for coming after our first meeting in our club's meeting a few days ago. Thank you so much for making your time here in the Friday evening. Should there be any inquiries, please feel free to contact our VP of membership so that we can address your inquiries accordingly. But one thing for sure, I would like to hear, could you please express one word to describe our meeting today?
Okay, it's supposed to be fabulous. Yes, fabulous. Thank you.
Fabulous.
All of speaker is amazing. I've really got so many insight, and at first I felt so insecure, like even the evaluator, the top master, even the guests, they speak English so fluently, and it's made me insecure. But I think I still have chance to improve my English here with you guys. Thank you.
Fabulous, Nur Taiba. Thank you so much. Indeed, being insecure is perfectly normal, as our mother tongue language is not English, and it is totally understandable should someone not speaking English fluently. And that is why we have this kind of platform where everyone can also improve on themselves on how to become a better speaker. Thank you, Nur Taiba, for coming. Hope to see you again next week. We definitely welcome you on board. Also, can I hear another voice from our dear guests? I also noticed, can I have Haya here? Because you were participating in the table topics, but unfortunately, due to time constraint, we couldn't hear your euphonious voices. So hi, Haya.
Hi, happy morning, everyone.
Happy morning. Thank you so much for coming. So how do you find our meeting today, and what do you feel about it?
One word, it's amazing. Like, Gus before said that sometimes, Gus Nur Taiba said before, like sometimes becoming insecure by this club maybe, but I realized that because that insecurities make me realize that I have to learn more.
That is, I cannot agree more with you, because being insecure, that also marks that our mind is actually quite full, just like what our Toastmaster meeting had already addressed about whether or not our mind is being full or that, or whether we are being mindful with ourselves. And by practicing more and by involving ourselves in sort of community that can also be being supportive to one another, they can also be one of the ways and also an avenue for us to leverage ourselves in terms of speaking. And we couldn't be more grateful for having you today, Haya, as well as our dearest guest. Feel free to come again next week so that we could also hear your Fioni's voices in our table topics.
Okay, I'll see you later, guys.
Thank you, Haya, for coming. And for visiting Toastmasters, feel free to market your club schedule into the chat box so that everyone can also get to know your meeting schedule, and we can also visit your club accordingly. And for those of you who are still wondering what SCBD Toastmasters and Toastmasters International, after this meeting is adjourned, we always open this meeting to be more conversational so that everyone can also throw as many questions as you wish, so that we can also address your inquiries regarding Toastmasters International accordingly. Feel free to stay in the room until late because we always open this meeting. And I hope that I didn't miss anyone else. Well, I was about to show something, but unfortunately, I'm still also learning with all the technologies and stuff. But feel free to throw in any words describing how is your feeling after attending our meeting into the chat box so that I can also hear and read what is your feeling and what is your expectation by joining our meeting today in SCBD Toastmasters. You can just feel free to type in any words that resembles your experience attending our meeting today. While we are waiting for your participations, I would like to also hear one more voice. I would make an exception today. I would like to hear from Shaza. Hi, Shaza.
Hi.
Hi, happy morning. Thank you for coming.
Good morning.
So, what would be one word describing our meeting today according to your experience?
Pleasant.
Pleasant. Interesting. Why being pleasant? I would like to hear more.
It's quite good. Actually, I feel the warm vibe, even though the meeting is held virtually, and then all of the people here is so supportive, even though there's some mistakes or there's some flaws that everyone had actually, but the supportive feeling, the vibe, the warm vibe is literally, I can feel the vibe even virtually.
Fantastic indeed. Regardless of the platform, we always strive to make that kind of ambience so that every person, be it a member or also or a guest, could also feel the warmth and an open arm that by joining our meeting in SCBD Toastmasters, everyone is feeling welcomed, just like what Toastmaster Tengku has already shared in his speech earlier. Thank you, soon-to-be Toastmaster Shaza. Hope to see you again next week. So that is all for now. And with the power vested in me, I hereby adjourn this meeting. That's the sound, and happy weekend. Happy morning, everyone.
Happy
weekend, you all.
Happy weekend. Happy morning.